Yeah, next time.
Right now, it's not in
Do you mind if I approach on Caleb comes?
I'll call you when I'm.
Okay, my apologies. Sorry.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just so I can start to see.
Okay, yeah, I think one of those things I'll look here first, Selena. And I think Lopez, I'm not too sure. Possibly, but I gotta confirm. So let me check what they're gonna play with. Venus. That's when I was selecting on your method. I'm never connected.
I'm confused. Venus is supposed to be going to trial today with Angelina.
It's not going to trial with Angelina. It's going to be in here. They don't have enough room for jurors down there, so it'll be taking place here. And Lopez is going down to Angelina's court. So then Lopez, okay. All right, who's here on Caleb Crum?
That's me, Your Honor.
Have you conferred with the state in probation?
I have, Your Honor. And I can tell you what's going on. Mr. Crum is not here today, and that's my fault. Norm emailed me at 10 p.m. and I saw it, and I was like, oh, God, Norma, don't work so late. I marked it as, and I didn't mean that.
All right, so here's the thing. You conferred with the state and conferred with probation?
Yes, at the time I conferred with the state, Jack was unopposed, he's no longer in the court.
Okay,
I conferred with probation, and at the time, there was no issues with him. I don't think there's any issues with him at this point. But I did forget to remind her whenever I emailed Norma to reset this, because I filed it a couple months ago and we were
okay.
waiting.
All right, so if you want to talk with Raymond, I'm sure he'll still be on board with it. And does probation have any objection?
I'll talk to them to make sure and see if they can give me.
All right, okay, thank you. Sure, no problem.
Well, she's not out here yet, but I've asked for a draft. Thank you. Excuse me, Robert Lopez.
Okay.
They have a plea on Robert Lopez.
Okay,
We reached agreement, Judge.
all right, thank you. They have a plea for Robert Lopez. Gotta go get that one out.
We'll just wait till the election. I can't have to leave it. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing about it is, this thing that they're saying that thing that is it correct? Hmm. Hmm. Jonathan Ramirez. Christopher Gill. Mark, all right, you need to sit on the front row, sir. Marquise Berry, Aiden Martinez. Thank you. Johnny Trevino,
So he'll be coming. Where do you want to meet?
hello,
Have a good day, yeah.
you too, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, was your bond matter taken care of?
It's gonna be heard on Thursday, Your Honor.
Okay,
I'll see you on Thursday.
all right, thank you,
Have a good day.
you too.
Ready on a matter?
Yes,
No objection.
all right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is your client able to zoom in?
Probably, let me call him.
Let me give you the Zoom link. Sure, this is the number. If you'll have them zoom in, I'll take it right up. You're welcome.
She was a late add-on.
No, we have it on
Okay.
unless they didn't print it out. Give me one second. You don't have to touch them.
Yes, I have her on the docket.
Oh, no, her file. I
No.
know.
Deputy Laura. Here you go. All right, well, that's happening. Samuel Bach.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hello.
Morning.
Hi, so what are you all here for?
So
Today's plea deadline date?
It is, and Your Honor, I think the paper said September 17th, but it got entered into the system on the 19th. So we're here 2 days early, luckily, and not 2 days late.
Okay, all right.
So, at this stage, Your Honor, we have not been able to reach an agreement.
So you want a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State Defense, how long will this trial last?
2 to 3 days, Judge.
All right. I need a jury trial date, 2 to 3 days.
December 10th.
All right, December 10th will be your jury trial date. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements without the cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. And have you all completed the acknowledgement of discovery?
I believe so. Do you mind looking, Your Honor?
I want to say we have, Judge.
All right, it's not in this
Sorry.
file, and I know everything is being done electronically. So just
You're
make sure that the acknowledgement of discovery has been completed.
For today?
Yes,
Okay.
and then once you are sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court and for being on time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Okay, step back and I'll be right. Wow.
It's like hard. Blessed. Someone's looking out for me. Thanks, ma'am. You will. Yes.
purchase. I'm sorry, this is the first. Oh, we just come in. Ready for that. Your Honor, may I
Yes.
approach with a off
Sure.
docket matter, just housekeeping? How do you run voir dire? How many minutes per side do you give?
Oh, I ask each side how much time they think they need, and if it's reasonable, that's the time they have.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
And he's like a 196 app, which I think is a pick. Is it the public thing? Okay, so I don't know what, yeah, I think the first second. Or there are three, but I believe. Lemuel, very bottom of page 5. Hernandez. Maybe it's French for like, so. I think that's a movie. Yeah, he's right. It's one of the filters. Oh, then maybe. Maybe maybe I.
It's on page 6. Is this the first time?
It says 3, but yeah, this is the first one.
Oh, no.
I've never, this is the first one, yeah. Yeah, all we've done is, I think, what's the bonds and I think really that's it. So, okay, I'll just stick around, or can I go somewhere else and come back or? how would you like?
Sure, and let me see how long it'll take. I have.
Sure.
Yeah. It's.
I was wondering if that was. It's my. What put that box in? Oh, no, it's just everything. Yeah, I can do that. Oh.
Thank you so much. All right. Norma, my.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a
Have a
good
good one. You too.
No problem. I'm here. Yeah.
Lopez? Great places with. No, stay up there.
Just ask me if it comes to agreeing this. They're having a hard time. You don't want to. You know, I'm separate from that in the morning. It's like there's 15 minutes. So she was on the jury.
Those guys and the all of anything else? No. It'll be all right.
Right now I have, okay, another place open.
What's going on? Let me ask Jack. Let me ask Jack. Jack, do you want?
More. Right? You can't get. You can't.
Right.
Is this your friends or just pride? Yeah. No day, no name.
Okay, okay, all right. They should probably work this out today.
No.
Oh, they're gonna bring him up.
Yes, sir.
So any. I just came back from.
Yes.
And he was telling me. He had tried to get his driver's license. But he was having trouble with
I think we'll find the file in the Tasha Moore.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay.
With me.
No worries.
I'm probably gonna go back and look for it.
No worries. No worries. I'll be around.
Okay.
Thank you. Coordination, just to.
Okay. All right, we'll see what's gonna happen here. Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I don't like that. I hate crossing bridges when I get to it. Like, I'd like to know what, where the
Judge, are we, sorry,
Yes,
are we gonna pick here or are we gonna pick?
here.
Okay, with Angelini
Because,
or,
well, no, with me.
okay.
Angelini said that, just one second. Yeah. Natasha Morgan?
Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Miss Abrams?
Yes, Judge.
So where are we on this case?
So Judge, Mr. Munoz has done a wonderful job. Coordinating.
And
with
I
the
smile at that because I knew you were
always
gonna
does.
say that. He always
He always
does.
does, right?
Thank you.
I'm coordinating with the PICU unit and I made a couple of phone calls to Cross Point and they have accepted, approved, ready to go with Miss Morgan if the court allows. She has been approved for housing with them. They have agreed to ensure that she is on her medications, and in conjunction with the Center for Healthcare Services. I would ask that we put her on the mental health unit to be supervised with probation, and so forth. She was not eligible for Esperanza Court. She was not eligible for drug court. And I think at this point, this is the best place for her.
All right, state.
And Judge, my understanding is that she was accepted into Esperanza Court. I think this may be the next best option that we have available.
So are you all withdrawing the motion and alternate amending conditions?
Yes, Judge.
All right.
No,
So is this what you want?
Yes, ma'am. I wanted you to do better, Your Honor, and be a productive member of society. I wanted to say to you, I owe you an apology. I was angry. July 16th was a hard day for me. I have been through a lot of trauma in my life, but I know I don't want to die in prison or go back to the prison. I want to do the best I can to be successful in life. I still have children. I have a 13-year-old, 24-year-old, 27-year-old grandchildren. I owe you an apology for getting angry and saying I was angry, and I've been wanting to take anger management, and I'm going to take anger management and comply with all orders of probation department and the orders that you've written.
All right, well, apology accepted. And this is what people don't understand, and it's a hard thing to do. And, you know, I'm constantly growing. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's constantly growing. And I will tell you what I've learned to do, and I have to constantly remind myself to do it. If I see an email and I'm upset by the email, I don't respond to it right away. I'll respond to it the next day. And so that's what you should probably practice, responding the next day, because then you can perhaps take a step back and look at things objectively. That's my 2 cents.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a
Well,
really good tip.
actually, not my 2 cents. That's at least $1.
That's a really good tip, yeah.
It's hard to do, but if you do it, you'll find out that it's better for you. Because once you said something, you can't take it back. And there's never been a regret, I don't believe, where you regret that you didn't send an email right away, you know? All right, so I'll do the referral to Crosspoint. I'll agree with that. We're alternate amend conditions. If you'll file the motion to withdraw.
Yes, Judge.
So we'll alternate amend conditions to include Crosspoint, anger management, referral for Center for Healthcare Services,
And mental health unit.
and mental health unit.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so in this court, people will say that probation is difficult, but I put conditions in place because I'm hoping those conditions that I put in place are something that will help you be successful. So in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. Your attorney will tell you this. If you have an issue, let probation know. If you think you're going to use, let probation know. I normally don't revoke people for seeking out help from probation. Like, I'm going to use probation, help me. Because we're here to hopefully make you a success.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Just to get your interview started. Yes. The first day. Thank you.
You want to get ready on this and I'll see where I can find it.
Thank you.
You said, come on.
Yes.
Let me look.
Oh, is it? Thank you.
And Judge, I sent you an email. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, how's it going? Jacob, John Jacob Galvin,
Morning, Your Honor.
good morning. All right, where are you all on discovery?
Judge, that's the only reason we're asking for a reset, Judge. I just have to finish reviewing the videos, Judge, but by next setting, I believe this is gonna be a plea.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on Jacob Galvin discovery.
Oh, wait, you said 30 days, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
One second. I'm thinking of.
Will the 22nd of October work?
Thank you so much. It would be October 17th.
All right, and you, is 17th good for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you on October 17th. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Just have a seat and they'll get that to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
I've called Mr. Crum a couple times now, sent a couple text messages, haven't heard back, but he didn't know today was happening. That was part
Okay.
of what I was getting at. I'm happy to keep trying for a little bit, or I'm happy to take
Sure.
it today. I'll just keep trying and let you know. Thanks,
And then just once he's ready, just let us know.
Will do. Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Jose Esquilin. Who's the attorney for Jose Ivan Esquilin?
Judge, I sent you an email on that.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Esquilin, if you'll come forward. All right, your attorney is at a CLE, which is continuing legal education course for attorneys. We have to do that. I have to do that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset you. Are you employed? All right. What is your work schedule? And what time? I'm sorry?
It's in right here for now.
All right. And are you able to get leave for your court? I mean, for your work? All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you back on October 17th. Is that enough time for you to let them know? All right, Norma Esquilin, we're gonna call him back on October 17th. All right, they're gonna give you a reset form. And once they give you the reset form, you'll be excused, okay? So just have a seat. They'll call you back up for that. All right, where is Warren Wolf? Okay, all right, thank you. I didn't see you.
We're still combining, Judge.
All right.
It's going.
Oh, we can't do that. Yeah, you can say medication. Well, we really can't say that. Because- let me just, I'll tell you why. All right. Ms. Morgan. Hi. So here's the thing with regards to medications. If there are any side effects or you feel that something's going wrong, just let your doctor know. Because sometimes it's dangerous to stop immediately taking medications, okay? All right. You're welcome. Michael Douglas. All right, where's Michael Douglas? Okay. Are you all ready to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, could I have a file stamp for a motion to revoke, please? Court is calling 2023 CR 0939 State versus Michael Grant Douglas Jr. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
For the
Give it up
defense.
for Mr. Douglas.
And are you Mr. Douglas? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and State's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Michael Grant Douglas Jr. who's placed on community supervision and cause number 2023 CR 0939 for the offense of felon in possession of a firearm on April 24, 2023 for a term of 5 years? Is that you? State?
The supplement, form, Your Honor, on violating condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Michael Grant Douglas Jr. Within there failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of December 2023, January, February, March, April, May, June, July of 2024. Violating condition number 3.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Violating condition, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 6 years in prison and up to a $500 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
Yes.
It has to revoke the individual officer's probation, reformed in a line sentence of 6 years to 3 years, Texas Department of Corrections.
All right, is that the proposed agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with revocation?
Yes, sir.
And has he done anything since he's been on probation?
Judge, we did parents classes. We did provide employment. DNA sample, and we made payments in the amount of $1,164.
All right, so what was outstanding for him on his probation?
Oh, and I'm sorry, I believe because he completed his parenting classes, you waived his community service hours, which were 150. Judge, there weren't any classes that were still outstanding. The total balance on the account is $2,803.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Michael Grant Douglas Jr.
All right, what happened? Why were you not doing well on probation? Why were you not reporting?
my past came to get me, I had a assault case that my probation officer told me about. And I just thought that if I kept reporting, she was gonna lock me up. So I stopped reporting. And then when I got my lawyer, I spoke to Juan, he said, because it was prior to my probation, that I really just messed myself up. I have no reason why I couldn't comply except for that. It just was a bad decision that I made.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why people think they can run for their problems. If you address your problems head on, all you have to do is pick up the phone. I tell everybody who comes in here, if there's an issue with probation and you're talking to them and you feel like they're not addressing it, you can always come in here. And if you would have called an attorney, they would have told you when you're placed on probation, whatever happened before doesn't necessarily mean that a motion to revoke is going to be filed. Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
And
so,
Judge
yes.
Michael's credit, even though he was not reporting throughout all this time, he's making his payments that were due online.
Okay. All right, this court is gonna do. Court will find violation of condition number 4 true, revoke, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because it's plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, we can go off the record. Well, other than not reporting and running from your problems, you did very well on probation. I hope you've learned you can't run from problems. They're still gonna be there when you stop running. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be
Yes.
excused?
Yes.
Thank
All right, family violence. On this case that we the issue, but if that isn't taken care of, there's gonna be an issue.
Right.
Okay.
He had an excellent lawyer back in 2000.
And Deputy Laura, of course, we need to take care of this defendant before any jury comes in or anything else happens.
They're already outside.
Okay. Austin Young. All righty. Yes. Hi. Are you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, sir.
All right, could I have a file stamp, please, for motion to revoke? Yes, sir. Thank you. Court is calling 2022 CR 1449W, State of Texas versus Austin Michael Young. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Louis Martinez on behalf of Mr. Young.
And are you Mr. Young? All right. Are you the same Austin Michael Young who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 1449W for the offense of driving while intoxicated third or more on April 5th, 2022 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am, it is true.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 2, on or about the 22nd day of March 2023 in Bearcat, Texas. The defendant, Austin Michael Young, did then and there submit an invalid sample for drug testing. That these samples submitted was diluted, violating condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. We waive remain violated.
Any objections?
None, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to a violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 5 years in prison? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
Yes.
Is deny the motion and continue the individual on its probation to include Scram for 90 days in lieu of the PAM device, and to enroll in the DWI intervention class within 30 days of today and comply with the monthly UAs.
All right. Is that the agreement?
It is, Judge.
All right. Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, Judge. I mean, it's for the court's review.
All right, let me find it.
If the court has any concerns, I can address those, Judge.
All right, let's address these issues.
First of all, Mr. Young is still living in a sober living home. He's taking UAs every week, so, and he's continued to be negative on those. There have been some diluted UAs. We're trying to figure out why that's been the issue with probation, but not at the sober living home. I'm always happy to provide the court the records from the sober living home reporting instances. Secondly, with regard to the device, unfortunately, Mr. Young's device was stolen. He does not know where it is. We've been trying to, it's $2,500 to replace. So in the meantime, the MTR got issued. Despite the fact that he wasn't loaning the device, as I told the court, he was continuing to take weekly UAs. He's living at a sober living home. Obviously, the court knows how those work. If he shows up intoxicated or with a smell of alcohol in his breath, he's exited from those homes. So we're confident that he's been behaving himself.
So is in the justification, it says that he's had 314 skip tests. Is that from the device being stolen or something else?
It's from that's what it is, Judge.
All right, so did he tell probation that device had been stolen?
Yes, Judge, he did. And they told him that he needed to get a new device. And it's a very expensive device to replace. Obviously, MTRs are expensive, but we were trying to find a way around that. We're asking the court to place him on scram for the time being. The law requires that he be monitored through October of this year, so we're getting close to that. So we're hoping that if he's good for 90 days, the court would consider removing it at that point.
No.
Yeah.
Because regardless of whether the device was stolen or not,
Okay.
he's missed 314 skip tests.
Okay.
So he owes the court 314 tests, and that's not going to be accomplished through the month of October.
Okay.
Yes,
And I understand that, Judge. I mean, that would be,
I'm totally okay with that. Sorry.
180 thereabouts. That would
We'll
be
see.
right.
I'm going to do until further notice. We'll see where we are.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will deny the motion, alternate main conditions. To include scram. Probation, when can he have scram installed? Or have the device?
Judge, give me a week.
Okay. All right, so you need to have that device installed. I'll put till by September 25th. Why haven't you started the DWI intervention program?
Judge, he has since the date of that, and he's about halfway through it, so
Okay,
he's working forward on that.
well, I'm gonna put he's to enroll in the DWI intervention program today, because you're telling me you're already in it. And there's to be monthly UAs. And there's scram until further notice. Is there anything else, state? Defense, anything else?
Oh, yeah.
All right, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, just give me a moment. I have to go into Odyssey.
No problem. Whenever I hear Odyssey, I understand the moments.
Oh, yeah. You have something for me?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, oh, do I need to judge about recent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you might appreciate this. I went to a floral arranging class in Austin the other day by, the person that does the florals for a really famous interior designer, Kelly works for. So she was teaching a class. It was really fun
Oh, wow.
and like way overpriced, but it was really cool.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
I'll just show you pictures of the arrangements.
Oh,
we did.
yes, please do.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm not really sure what it is. I guess it's a bond violation.
Oh, yes.
But it's the case where, there's like 3 different attorneys. And Monica's on the first degree. I'm on some state jail felonies, and then somebody else is on it. I've sent them like 5 emails over the last 2 weeks. Yeah. I just figured it'd be easier if just Monica probably is on all, because she's on the first degree, because.
We can't do anything.
Yeah. So I'm here on that, and then I guess I'll just follow up with them like again. Let them know.
Do y'all know if Judge Angelini, if Blunt has arrived?
They moved it.
Just going to try it.
Lewis, on this one, let me just do a little research and I'll take care of it.
Okay.
All right,
So he's not otherwise prohibited.
Okay.
It was, like I said, reduced.
okay,
And because it was a probation condition, it's still popping up in the OPI, so we're just trying to know I to send them.
okay. All right, I'll have it done before the day is out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Jacob Liao,
Yes, I'm here, Judge.
Yeah.
Not again. Not again.
Morning, Judge.
good morning. Hello.
We were here a few weeks ago, Judge, and I was on Zoom and I think you reset it for like maybe a status conference or something, but I'm not really sure, but he's got a case out of here from before,
Yes,
and he's also got a misdemeanor, and there's 3 other attorneys. I've been trying to get a hold of the MAC to see if we can just get one person on all of them, but
all right. Okay, have a seat. We're gonna see if we can get in touch with Mac to make sure you just have one attorney.
Monica's on the first degree. I don't know if you want me to try to track her down, or
Yes.
have you seen her today, buddy?
No, I have not. Robert Lopez. And probation. This is an application. Court is calling 2023 CR 8809. Oh, you can continue. I'll see. Let me grab another prosecutor. Is there someone from Criminal Trial Division who can take this, please? All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8809 State versus Robert Lopez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett.
Defense?
Robert Brobach.
And are you Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lopez, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
State, it appears you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Mr. Lopez, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand your charge of assault, felony, assault, conviction at third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, ma'am, he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He's legally competent. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I see that previously he was declared incompetent,
Yes.
and legally, has he been declared competent?
Yes, he was restored to competency in February.
All right, Mr. Lopez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promise you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
No.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. State is silent on your applications. They're taking in consideration 2023 CR 8810. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
No.
Did you understand that
Yes, ma'am.
to be the entirety of the plea?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
No.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
No.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No comment.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. State officer, state secret number 1, office.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it? All right, again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt. We'll set this for a PSI, a TAP, and a MIC evaluation. What date?
1 second. October 28th, 29th. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna come back on October 29th. At that time, I'll give you my decision on whether or not I'm gonna grant your application. I'll base that decision on whatever evidence that's presented to me. Someone from probation will be visiting you, and they will speak to you in regards to the PSI, the TAP evaluation, and the mental health evaluation. Do you understand? Do you have any questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Ms. Abrams, on that one, that's gonna be a PSI, a TAP evaluation, and MIC evaluation. Jacob Leal? Oh, they're still trying, no, I'm sorry, have a seat. They're still trying to get in touch with Monica. Lumel Hernandez?
Judge, I think he needs an interpreter and they're on their way.
All right, thank you.
What do you under?
He needs an interpreter?
It's for, he does, but it's just for a new date, so I mean.
No, I always require an interpreter so they can understand me and what I'm requesting. So they'll be up here shortly.
Daniel, as soon as you see him, just let me know and I'll.
Okay.
And do we know if Judge Angelini has blunt?
No.
He doesn't have him yet?
No.
Ah,
Judge, I just sent you that text message. It's from Judge Angelini.
okay. Hi, how's it going? How is your child now? Time flies, right? I mean, he's teeny tiny now.
Yeah, no, 8 and amazing. So
Oh, wow, that is awesome.
it's fun.
All right, the interpreter is coming. Just give her a second.
I was like thinking to myself, I don't see them flowers, but I see them there, Judge.
So how's it going?
Everything's great. How are you?
Oh, I'm okay. I can't complain.
It's good.
You know, life hits you sometime and you just have to keep moving.
Take the good with the bad and the bad with the
Mhm.
good is what I would say.
You know, you have to remember, all you can do is all you can do.
That's right. And if it's not enough, well,
All right, thank you. All right, so in this case, where are we on discovery?
we have all the discovery, Your Honor, and my client is about to go to my office to review everything that I have.
All right, and state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll review that with him as well, Your Honor.
All right, and sir, how old are you?
41.
Oh, all right. Did you say that in Spanish?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't hear. I said, "What?" All right, Norma,
Yes, sir.
set this for 1 month. That's your plea deadline date. After that, the court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court.
October 17th. Straight.
All right, it's October 17th is your plea deadline date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Excuse?
Yes, thank you.
Maybe excuse your own.
Yes, thank you so much.
Just for notification.
Yeah, of course.
Can you finish getting this signed, please? Thank you. And yeah, there's a lot of missing signatures on the tip.
Well, that's not my client.
Oh, it's not complete. Right? Mhm.
Mr. Right now. See, check, you're missing some signatures on the paper. Lopez. Come here.
There's signatures that are missing in all three of these documents here. I think
sorry?
it's unsigned. There's signatures missing by the state.
Oh,
You can get
state.
those signed, please.
So, I'll speak to you.
Norma, what day did we say Robert Lopez is coming back for sentencing?
October 29th.
All right, thank you. Yes. All right,
The resolution, some of it's gonna rely on your wisdom going forward.
all right,
We'll put everything together.
all right, thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
much.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Your Honor.
You too, have a good one.
mean certificate. Would you? On my calendar, I'm not even sure if it is or not. Let's keep it on that. No, ma'am, it's just a regular. It's all family.
Jonathan Giovanni Ramirez. Marquise Berry. Johnny Trevino. All right, are you ready on Chrome?
I believe you just logged in.
Yes.
Yes, he's usually in a button-up shirt. He just wasn't prepared to work this morning because he didn't know.
Oh, that's okay. He's still dressed appropriately.
Very good.
And I see he's letting his hair grow. Is he getting that from
guess.
you? Are you influencing him? All right. Family violence.
Is that the one we were transferring?
All right. It's my understanding on Caleb Crum, you don't have any objections to the transfer?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And we talked before Mr. Crum was present. My understanding there have been no violations. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. I will say he and his mom got into an argument, and so this is one of the reasons he's not living with mom. So he had to go to Waco, but he knows, of course, if the judge overrules this, then he will be coming back. I believe he told probation about it yesterday when they met. They were kind of asking late, but he contacted me beforehand. I had already spoken with Zach about this. He didn't have objections, but he didn't have any other place to stay in San Antonio at the time.
All right. Are there any children in this home where he's going to be?
There is, Caleb, you have a 8-month-old, 9-month-old, is it? How old?
2-year-old. It's
Two-year-old.
my baby girl.
And he's already been proactive and reaching out and making mental health appointments, which were part of the conditions of his probation in the Waco area.
All right. Probation.
Judge, sent from his probation officer, they don't have any opposition to the transfer to Waco.
And what county is that?
McLennan County.
I'm sorry, what?
McLennan County.
Okay. All right, then the other condition I'm going to add probation. If they do it, I'm going to want field visits there just to check on things with the 2-year-old. And have you started your parenting classes?
I am looking into it here. I'm looking at different things. I have a counseling appointment next week. I'm gonna ask her also for advice if she knows anyone that is able to do parenting classes and I think my anger management classes. So next Monday, I'm gonna be asking her that too. I am doing my research though. I'm also currently about to start work at McDonald's too. I'm just waiting for my social security card to come in.
And the home you're at now, is it just you with with the 2-year-old by yourself, or is there someone with you?
Right now, so the house, hold on, I'm gonna remove myself because people came around me. Hold on right quick. Um, so the place I'm staying with is being remodeled. It's a home though that will be safe and stuff. I'm technically living with a buddy, but we're only 5 minutes away from the house. Um, but I live with my buddy at the moment until we can get the house squared away.
All right, so here's my question. Are you currently living with the 2-year-old?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's your buddy, you and the 2-year-old?
Yes, ma'am. And my wife.
All right.
Caleb,
And where is she? And where is your wife now? Is she at the home now?
Um, she is right in front of me. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So what is her work schedule?
She is currently finding a job. Since we both just moved up here, she has an interview lined up soon, but right now she's not working.
So you're not working, she's not working. How are you all supporting the 2-year-old?
My mom is still sending me money, and then I still get my school funds in. So I still have money for food, rent, and stuff like that.
All right, just so you know, when the government sends you money for school funds, it's supposed to be for school. So your attorney can talk to
Yes,
you
ma'am.
about that.
With my school funds, I get so much of amount that some of that money I get has to go to school, but the rest is for me to keep.
And
For
are
the
you in
VA,
school?
I start back in January next semester.
All right. And your wife, does she have any type of mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Probation. I'll allow the transfer to Waco. I'm gonna want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And you're to provide probation your address, and you're not to move until you provide them with their address and they approve the new location. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. So do I give them my address I'm staying at then right now with my buddy and then transfer it later to the address that we're rebuilding?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do that then.
All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Simon.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. And make sure probation has his number. They may want to call him so they can take care of this today.
I'll get you in.
Thank you. Starbright. Thank you. Court is calling 2024 CR 007825, State of Texas versus Star Crystal Bright. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
Written out for the defendant.
And are you Ms. Bright?
This one.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery and did you review it with your client?
We have you.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications in this case?
It should be. It's not there? All right.
All right, so she's
Let-
applying
let-
for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Judge.
All right, if you'll make sure that you fill that form out. Did you, if you'll grab it,
All right.
thank you. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
This one.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Bright, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
This one.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
This one.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
This one.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
This one.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
This one.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
This one.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Bright, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, no.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
This one.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
This one.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
This one.
Okay, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication, and there's to be a drug court evaluation. Did you understand that to be the plea?
This one.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
This one.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
This one.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Judge, there were none.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 10 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
We've reviewed and have no objection.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
This one.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
This one.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
This one.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Not with regard to, well, with regard to that, we'd ask that she do not be released while the drug eval is done. With evaluation be done once she's released.
All right. So Ms. Bright, who is Cesar Vasquez to you?
Yes, my ex.
All right, do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am, but they're old.
What are their ages?
27, 26, 24.
All right, do you have any, a support system?
Yes, it is.
Who supports you?
I have my uncle, I have my grandmother, my mom and my brother just passed away.
All right. So when did you start using?
About 6 months ago.
Why?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's been a little longer than that. Cause my mom got really sick, she was in the hospital, and I couldn't handle it, started using it.
And how old were you when you started?
I was 15 when I started.
All right,
But I
so
had
was
I
your
had
mom in the hospital when you were 15?
No. What I mean is I started using drugs when I was 15. I was sober for about 10 years. And then I had a relapse. So it's been kind of on and off.
When's the last time you had employment?
Right before I got locked up,
Doing what?
I was doing home health care.
No. And what is your education? How far did you go in school?
I certified in computers.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $1,500 fine probated, no contact with Cesar Vasquez. In custody, there's going to be a TAP evaluation, felony drug court referral, follow all recommendations, 8 years deferred adjudication, 150 hours community service restitution, proof of employment within 40 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. And 120 sober meetings in 120 days. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else that's needed? No contact with Cesar, C-E-S-A-R, Vasquez with a Z. All right, is there anything else that you need to be successful in this probation? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, communication is key. And it's going to be extra important for you because of your drug issues. If you think you're going to use, if you feel your life is getting a little bit off kilter, talk to probation. If you feel as though they're not addressing that, you can always come back to court. Do you understand? Don't be that person where your surviving relatives have to identify your body because you've gotten bad drugs or you overdose, okay? All right, good luck to you. Thank you. Yes. Leal. Jacob Leal.
Judge,
Uh-oh.
I couldn't track down Monica, but Joseph is here and he spoke with.
Joseph will be here.
And he spoke with her.
All right, awesome.
So she's good on taking that, but how we're gonna.
We'll just have to see if the
And-
MAC is fine with that.
And that's what I'm gonna do, judges. I've emailed them. I'm gonna email them again and I guess try to follow up again.
All right. So Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
on Jacob Leal, the violation report has previously been heard, that second violation report. And that was agreed by all parties. So give me a 30-day reset. And that is to be for discovery.
I think, Judge, all these cases are unindicted too, Judge.
Okay.
Especially the older one.
Oh, yeah.
just so
And I
you're aware.
realized the drug
Yeah.
case,
Just
there's
making-
probably
yeah.
some issues with labs.
Yeah.
But I don't want this to fall through the cracks. And what I've discovered, once it's been sent to me,
Mhm.
it's now with me.
Gotcha.
I can do August 21st. October 21st.
Yeah.
Let's do August 25th, Judge. Now.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What was the date again, Judge? I'm sorry.
October 21st.
Okay. Thanks, Judge.
Thanks so
You're
much.
welcome.
You did. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And Joseph, if you make sure you follow up with Mac as well.
We'll
See
check
if
on
they'll
that.
put
Yeah,
up-
what I'm gonna do,
We
Judge,
won't
this
get
time is,
discovery until they actually switch it, so we can't get.
Yes.
what I'm gonna do, Judge, this time is I'm just gonna CC everybody, so everybody's on the
All
same
right.
page.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Mr. Leal, don't leave yet.
All right. Are we ready on Warren Wolf's client?
I just received the paperwork, Judge.
Ah, okay. You're hidden from me.
I'm here.
All right. Welcome. Nathan Martinez.
Jacob Leal.
Yes, Nathan. Nathan Martinez. Oh, that's Sutton. Okay. Okay. So first, discovery. Are we complete on discovery?
I'm pretty sure we are, unless he's gotten anything new in lately.
Nothing new as of today.
All right. And then offer. Last time we were here, you needed to speak with admin.
Well, it was about whether we were seeking death penalty or not,
Yes.
Judge, and then I talked to admin, and they're not seeking the death penalty, not death capital.
Okay.
And we have to discuss the offers today, since I just informed with the that we were not going to seek death.
All right. So what we'll do is Ms. Ferguson on this case, because I realize this is a complex case.
Very complex.
All right, so on this case, Norma, we're gonna recall it in 30 days. And in 30 days, states you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer. And then, how old are you? Yeah, he's fairly young, so I'll give him time for you to speak to him in great detail about the offer.
Thank you so much, Judge.
And, Judge, I'm gonna do that on October 21st, which is the 9th.
All right, October 21st. And the only thing we'll be due on that day is for you to tender an offer.
Thank you, Judge.
And that's the 21st, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Oh, and I also told him to give you the file on Isidro or Isidore Heredia,
Yes.
but I'm pleading him now, so I'll let you know when I'm gonna plead him. Thank you, Judge.
On his case? No. Yes.
What's the first charge on MCR for Johnny Joe Aguirre?
Elizabeth?
Aguirre?
Aguirre?
Love your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
So have they got Blunt down there yet? Okay. I don't know why they wouldn't order him.
Not yet, Judge.
Okay.
It's a long story. It's like, I'm fighting with people I don't even know.
Johnny Joe Aguirre.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, how's it going?
Going well.
Hello, so are you all proceeding with the MTR or no?
No, Your Honor, hopefully not. Well, we'd like to explain to the court.
Okay, yes.
He has a new number one, that's an ag assault deadly weapon.
And Charles Gold is the attorney.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes, but Ryan Brumer is, I forgot the Charles Gold part. I was thinking I would talk to Ryan Brumer.
Okay.
I want some time to see if that is going to stick or go away before we proceed with the MTR, because it obviously makes a big difference on what the state is willing to do.
Well, I will tell you, Charles Gold is at a CLE. So I'm gonna give you all one final setting, and this setting is gonna be contested, so either we're proceeding or either maybe the state is going forward on another allegation in the motion, if there is another allegation. Ms. Ferguson, I need a contested hearing on Johnny Aguirre. And we will do that in 3 weeks.
Perfect. That works. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Let me get a date.
October 8th.
All right, October 8th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we'll bring you back on October 8th. Probation, Johnny Aguirre is October 8th. That's the final setting for a contested. Yes.
We likely have a plea worked out that would include a waiver number, and that, in my experience, that may take 45 minutes to get a waiver number.
Okay, and who's your client?
It's Ninfa Carrillo and Joanne de Hoyos. We have the same client.
Okay.
Twaina Adams.
Twaina Adams.
Do we have time this morning to still do, it may take a while to get the paperwork.
Oh, and is the paperwork for probation or?
It will be application. She's in custody, but it's application.
All right, is it opposed?
No, it would, no, it's a recommendation. It would happen today. We would wait.
Yes.
Yes, I would
All right,
still.
do the paperwork.
We'll get the paperwork started.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Deputy, my work.
You're very welcome.
Now you do. It doesn't show me where.
Christopher Gill. All right, thank you.
I won't take off.
He's got back. He's got his interview chance. This time. Yeah, so just wait. Okay.
Destination.
Thank you. Alan Floyd.
Here, man.
It's reversed Judge Floyd Allen.
Oh, Floyd Allen, okay. Court is calling 2024 CR 6363, State of Texas versus Floyd Allen.
Present, Judge.
All right. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Warren Wolf for Mr. Allen.
are you Floyd Allen? Counsel, you received all of the discovery. Did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Allen, did you review application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you weigh the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with failure to comply with sex offender registration, lifetime registration? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Yes or no? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Allen, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea, the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
It is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
No.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
There were no evidentiary motions.
All right, outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. Did you understand that's a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Mhm.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
State officer considered one with attachments.
No objection.
All right, did you review the document entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. The day of his registration, it was due on November 25th, 2023. He had some issues getting to comply, and he was able to get his driver's license. And it was issued on 3/5/24. So he missed it by a couple of months. He knows about registration. He has had problems with registration in the past.
Why?
Mobility, he relies on Viatrans and that those are some other issues that I wanted to take up with you.
Yes.
Going forward, but he knows what he has to do. His current driver's license expires in about a week, in October 7th.
Mhm.
So he needs, one of the issues that we talked about with prosecution is that he needs to reapply to renew his driver's license before the 7th, so he can be in compliance with his registration, which is a lifetime registration. So he understands that and he knows what he needs to do, and he will do that.
Okay.
Obviously, you see some of his issues, getting around. I got a notice from the jail, from their mental health unit, that he has been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. He is currently on Zoloft and some other medications. I don't believe that has impaired his mental state this morning that would prevent him for going forward dealing with his legal issues this morning. But that's something I know the court is always considering, is concerned about the mental health of a proposed probationer. So although technically he was in violation, he missed registration by a couple of months. He did get his license. He was living in a assisted living facility, and he is on his sole means of support is he's on Social Security disability, which he was receiving $941, of which that money is assigned to the facility. And there's $30 that are reserved for his own benefit, typically to be used for hygienic purposes, shampoo, toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, so on and so forth. So he virtually has no assets to pay a fine or to pay supervisory fees. And the other problem is to pay a via trans to get down to probation to report in person.
All right, so with regards to his ability to pay fine or fees, the court will need documentation then that other than the defendant's word. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, Chapter 62 registration. There to be field visits, and I know the sex offender registration unit will do that, but just make sure that those are done at least once a month. Referral to Center for Healthcare Services. You to provide proof of residency within 30 days of release, proof of employment or SSI within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court?
No.
All right.
Thank you, Judge, for considering his unique situation in crafting your conditions.
All right, you're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, state your excuse. We can go off the record. You have to register. If there's an issue with registration, you need to let probation know. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's here on Isidore Heredia? Yes, if y'all will come down. Court is calling 2024 CR 6568, State of Texas versus Isidore Heredia. Yeah, I can't do the H. I'm sorry. See, I don't know. You know, I know the H is solid in French. I don't know if it's solid in Spanish. I don't know what to do with the H.
It's complicated when you say the H is there, but like when you say Heredia, you gotta like kind of like roll the R's.
Oh, okay, that's asking a lot. Heredia. I'll try. All right. Could parties announce, please?
Daniel, welcome to the state of Texas.
Suzanne Kramer for Mr. Heredia.
And are you Mr. Heredia?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Judge.
Did you review it with your client?
I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Sir, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Judge, we're waiving the defendant.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated robbery? The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, sir.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to life in prison or a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Mr. Heredia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 15 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea? State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
There's not.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty,
No
not
contest.
guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
State any evidence?
State officers, simple one and all caps.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there would be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, we're off the record briefly. evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. We're going to come back on November 5th. At that time, I'll make a decision on your application for deferred adjudication based upon whatever information that's presented to me. Probation is going to come see you, and they're going to do what's called a PSI. And I'll order a TAP evaluation. Is there any mental health issues needed?
None that I think, Judge.
All right, so there'll be a PSI and TAP evaluation. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes. In custody. Thank you.
To announce on Royland's on checks.
All right, James Lord. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, the case was just indicted.
Okay.
I need a little bit more time to go over the details with Mr. Lord, and the state needs to contact the CW before they make an offer. He was just indicted within 20, 30 days ago, and we had a psych eval on file. He was already evaluated,
Okay.
and the doctor found that he was competent. Judge Carruthers found that he was competent. But if we can come back for maybe 3 weeks, just discovery update and a plea offer.
All right, if you want, I could put it for the end of October.
Sure.
All right, so we'll put it on October 29th.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you back on October 29th. If your attorney wants you brought back over sooner, he'll let us know.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, just give me a moment. Yes.
This is for Wilfredo Salinas Salgado. The motion's already been granted, but there was no order in e-filed.
Okay.
So this is to permit him to wear personal clothes and they have the.
Oh, they'll let him wear personal clothes,
Yeah,
but
he's
as
been-
far as they are gonna put a leg brace on him.
That's fine. Concern is the family's gone on 2 occasions that I know of, and they were denied by the jail to allow them to have fresh clothes. So they said they needed an order, so I drafted the order. We can get it signed, and I can get a copy of it for the clients, and I'll make sure that he gets fresh clothes for tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. State, how long do you think Wilfredo Salinas, that trial will take? All right.
Agreed, Your Honor.
That I'm sorry? All right, so here's the thing. I want to make sure that he's dressed in attire that his attorney wants him dressed in. And defense counsel has told me there's been some issues with clothing. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. So we tried to, the families tried to give them fresh clothes. The judge denied the request at least 2 times.
So what clothing are you?
So we have no objection to this attire for the first day, but for tomorrow, when we come into case in chief, we would like to have fresh clothes.
Well, I mean, what clothing are you trying to get for him? Is it a suit and tie? What is it?
It'll be just it won't be a suit and tie as formal, but it's gonna be a little more formal than the casual clothes he has on now.
All right, so if you all would like, we can do jury selection tomorrow morning. And that way he can be in something other than a t-shirt.
Okay. So no objection to that. We can proceed in the morning for jurisdiction.
State, are you all okay with him being brought over tomorrow morning?
Yeah, the judge states again.
All right, so then what we'll do is we'll do jury selection in the morning then. And then we'll start testimony right after jury selection.
That's my address the court. My name is Stephanie Collins. I also represent Mr. Salgado Salinas, Salinas Salgado, excuse me. We do have some preliminary matters. If we could address those now for judicial efficiency, or would you like to wait till tomorrow morning?
Sure, if you all have the motions, but they'll be addressed in the afternoon.
Okay, that's perfect, Judge. Thank you. That's the proper way to.
All right, let me do that, yeah. And counsels, let me give this to you so you can make sure his clothing.
Thank you.
So if y'all will do that.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
And we take that to the jail?
No, that's telling you how to do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so if you do those steps, you really don't even need an order from me. And if you'll talk, I don't know, do y'all normally practice in Bear County or no?
He does. I practice from time to time, but not very often, Judge, and I don't believe I've ever appeared in front of you.
Okay, so if you want to, there are some defense attorneys here who've done defense attorneys who has recently done clothing exchange at the jail. Yeah, so if you can talk to any one of them, but normally I don't need an order for them to do clothing exchange. I know sometimes they may change the policies, but if you'll talk to them, they'll let you know how it can be done.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Roland Sanchez. Ms. Gay, Arlene.
Yes.
Will you talk to them about the clothing exchange, how to do that?
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. All right, where are we on this case?
I got on the case last Tuesday. It's been a
Okay.
week. But we're working on a resolution. The state would like a 30-day reset.
Okay, sure.
If we can get it resolved before.
Norma,
I'll
on
let
Roland Sanchez, if you can give me a reset date for 30 days. All right. October 21st.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, my referral, Nathaniel, maybe one junior, I guess, get it recent. He just had it.
Which one is it?
It's the great page. Okay, thank you. Yes, that's it. Yes.
Okay. Oh, come forward, Nathaniel. Just give me, good morning. Let me just put this in the system real quick.
Okay.
Odyssey is so slow. All right, yes.
So this is John Hayes's first setting since his restoration.
Mhm.
And we've applied for the mental health pretrial diversion. And so I know that you signed that order, just wanted to make the announcement, and I believe we'd just like a reset so that he can be
Is he on the
screened.
docket today?
He is, he's right here.
All right, could I see the? His.
What's the last name?
Hayes.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Hayes, come on down. And how much time are you requesting?
I'm pretty unfamiliar with this particular program, so I don't know how quickly they can see him.
Well, I'll recall it for 30 days.
Sounds good, Judge. That's
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on Hayes. All right, we'll kind of come back on October 21st and we'll see what is happening with the mental health report, okay? Do you have any questions? All right, if they can see you sooner, then they'll have you brought over sooner. If you're accepted into that court, I will not be supervising you. The mental health court will. All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately, and you were brought over from the jail.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, Nathaniel, do you need this back?
don't really know who this goes to. I don't know if you.
Oh, if you'll speak to.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll need to contact the court there. Hi, just give me a moment.
They were saying that there's somebody's contact info like on the front of that, like that's the person.
Are you here for the voucher thing?
Yeah, did you see it?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to review it yet, but I'll get it done before the day is out. Yes, all right. And Norma will call you.
I know every coordinator is different, but.
They were saying this person is like the person.
I need it.
All right, just have them pull the file.
Where's letter you?
And
Okay.
really trying hard to pronounce it
Yeah,
properly.
okay, thank you.
The judge does.
All right, what page is Hayes on?
I sent like a task to get a jury indictment waiver number.
Okay.
So just.
Patrick.
I have no idea if I did that correct.
Montgomery, come down.
That's pretty good, Judge.
I'm trying. There are a lot of. Hello, sir. How do you pronounce your last name? Nyangere. Okay. I detected accent. So where are you from originally? Burundi. Oh. So are you gonna need, excuse me, are y'all dimming the lights? Is that telling me?
It's time to go.
Yeah, is that telling me, is that telling me you don't have to go home, but you gotta leave? All right,
Your Honor, that would be one of the issues that we're having.
all right. So are you a citizen or no?
Yes, I'm citizen.
Okay. And is there a language issue? Are you able to understand English?
I understand, but really.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I've tried to speak to him and had some conversations. He does have limited English, as you can tell. However, once we get into more detailed things, wherever I'm presenting him with situations regarding his case, it becomes a little bit of a barrier.
Okay, so what is your
Swahili.
primary language? Swahili. All right, so they consider that an exotic language. That's not me. They say it's an exotic language. So we're gonna have to
I
make
submitted a
sure that
motion, Your Honor.
yes. So it may be a while for that. I'm gonna recall you in 30 days just to see where we are on the interpreter.
30 days.
And counsel, you may want to check. I know that there is a number that you can call. And if we can get that person maybe to Zoom in and you all go to a breakout room to speak to that interpreter, it may be able to do it that way.
Yes, Your Honor, I've done that with Romanian before. The
Mhm.
only issue that I've encountered is if they put them in the wrong cell, we are not able to talk to them. So the way that we got around that issue was they need to bring them here so that we can do that here.
Okay.
But I'll work with that. I've spoken to the district attorney's office.
Mhm.
We've discussed the case a little bit and right now, that's the issue that we're presented today.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Ferguson, on this case, give me a 30-day reset, please. All right. So we're going to be back on October 21st. And Norma, we need to get an interpreter that speaks Swahili. And he states there are no citizenship issues. All right. We'll
Which I
bring you
still
back
need
then.
to check, Your Honor.
All right. Sure. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Over.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Tawana Adams?
Judge, can you just give me one more?
Sure.
They can, if Ms. Adams can stay there,
Okay.
just a brief update.
Oh, she wants a moment.
Oh, sorry.
All right, sure, no problem. And then after this case, we're taking our recess and we'll be back at 1:30. No, you can finish him and then we'll take it up.
Judge, I was gonna ask if I could be excused. I'm on the joint, the way it says NTR that's gonna be resolved. Ninfa Carrillo is on a case that we're getting a waiver number for, which would be a plea. But Ninfa's gonna do the plea if I could be excused.
Oh, sure. All right, thank you.
Judge, I did start the process of getting the waiver for, it's just taking a minute.
Oh, that's okay. So we'll come back at 1:30. We're gonna take our recess now and we'll be back at 1:30.